And we are recording, guys. This is Joseph Darling from the Men of High Value channel. What we're going to talk about today is first things first. We're going to talk about the order of things because there's a lot of guys out there who are confused by what to focus on. And when you diversify, you're never really building or creating anything. When you focus, however, it's a completely different ballgame, and you are able to tap into your full potential of who you were truly meant to be. Not only just your state of mind and your mental frame, you just become more of who you are. Masculinity. Femininity is shallow. Femininity is diversification. Femininity is all about distraction. But masculinity, however, is about being completely focused and obsessed on something to the point where it's working and it's creating momentum, it's creating exponential growth. What I want to help you to understand is the big picture of things when it comes to first things first. Whoever is watching this video is you might be 15 years old, you might be 18 years old, you might be 30, you might be 40, okay? And things are different for different people. So I'm speaking in general terms here, and hopefully they can apply to you. And if they don't, then comment down below and ask me, what about me? This is my situation. What should I be focusing on? And as I always mention to other people, hey, I give out free consultations. I have a few free spots left in terms of coaching clients, and I help people by giving them a freebie, by giving them a free consultation where they can, where we can kind of go through your goals and go through what should be your priorities and what should be your focus. So, first things first, what is it? Number one, a huge one. Semen retention. This is what my channel has become about the last 3 months, and I'm so passionate. I've kind of figured out the key to what should be prioritized first. If you were 11, 12, 13 years old and you understood this principle of semen retention and how your life force is your potential, your sperm is your potential, it's who you were meant to be, okay? We were born to be men. Only men have sperm, not women, and that is the reason why we should hold on to it as much as possible. Okay, we retain it. There's millions of sperm cells being produced every single day in our bodies. Every single day. You don't even need to tamper with it, and it works all on its own. Do you understand what it's for? Because it's not just to produce a child. It's not just to produce a baby. It is our motivation to do anything with our lives, okay? It is the reason why we create. It is the creative force. Once you waste it continuously and consistently with masturbation and watching porn, you're wasting your creative and motivating forces, and you're no longer able to create anything. You become demotivated, you become desperate, you become needy, you become poor. Okay? Once you have that in place, your motivation to take care of every single other category in your life will massively skyrocket immediately once you practice semen retention. People are like, yeah, but are there really that many benefits? Yeah. There are tons of benefits to those who manage to get through to the next level, get past those 30 days, and then do it for 90 days and see the lifestyle that you eventually can choose to have. You know, for those of you who've never tried it, who've never completed those 90 days, you have no idea. And that's exactly why you should try it and make sure that you do it consistently. And then you can decide if you want to make this a lifestyle or not. I look at it, it's not just a no-fap thing, okay? And then once you've cured yourself of porn and masturbation, now you can have sex with girls. No, that's not what it's for. Semen retention is about retaining your power and masculinity. You waste it, you become powerless and feminine. okay, and emotionally unstable. You don't want to become emotionally unstable. You want to retain that power. So I've made tons of videos about it. Just check it out. But that's number one. 90-day challenge, semen retention. If you've completed it, comment down below and say I've completed it. What's my next step? Your next step once you've completed 90 days is to keep that. Okay? Like, there's some guys out there, you know, Sexual Kung Fu, a great friend of mine, Jonathan White, he says that, you know, after 90 days, it's not that big of a deal, that you don't have that many benefits to retaining your sperm. That's the one point I disagree with him on. And the reason why is because I want to see how far I can take this. Because for me, like, the more you retain it, the more power you have. And I'm talking about in the future as well. Once you actually get a girlfriend, get a wife, and you retain that power consistently and continuously, and you can actually retain it during passionate lovemaking, trust me, she'll be yours forever. And this is why you should not be tampering with full ejaculation control, in my opinion, if you're not expecting to actually settle down with the woman of your choice at the time that you've been practicing it. So, but that's for at the end of the video. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But the second thing to do, your next step after you've completed 90-day semen retention, and actually within those 90 days of semen retention, you should have started a business. And I'm serious about this. If you do not have a business, you are not a man of high value. I don't care if you've got a lawyer degree. I don't care if you've got a doctorate or you're a medical doctor. I don't care if you're an accountant. If you don't have your own business, you are still a slave. Okay? It doesn't matter what kind of job you have. You have to have your own business. Okay? And eventually it needs to have employees, where you're creating jobs and you're creating your own stock, okay? Your own business. And this is critical. And this is step number 2. That is done within the 90-day period, because this is where it starts happening, okay? And then once you've passed those 90 days, you can retain that energy and that creative power to solve other people's problems. You solve other people's problems first. You serve, you help them, and you create a team of people who help other people, and then you scale it, okay? Once you're doing that, and you've come to a certain income level where you've got the money, okay? That's the moment in time when you can introduce yourself to courting, okay? I'm not a fan of dating. Dating is, it's a new phenomenon that doesn't work and that burdens women in the long run, okay? Just because women have tons of sexual partners doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's a bad thing. We don't want to increase women's sexual partner count. It's horrific what is happening these days, and it's not really the problem when they dump you. Okay, when they dump you, they don't really care about you anymore, and they're able to move on to the next guy without thinking about you because you sucked, right? She found someone better. The problem comes when you, an amazing guy, have sex with a girl and then move on without her. That's a huge problem for women, and it should be a huge problem for you, because if you are watching this channel, you are a different type of guy. You are a guy who actually does care about women's emotions, and if you do that, you don't want to burden them anymore. You understand? So that's number 2, creating your own business that creates a lot of money so that you are easily able to provide for a woman, for her never to have to work a single day of her life for money. Okay? She shouldn't have to think about money, and she shouldn't have to scrape and save pennies for you. Okay? You should be able to provide the necessary things of life and to give her the things that she needs. Okay, the luxury items, it will come later. Okay, as you start trusting her, and you know, you can open the vault a little bit for her eventually, but never open the full vault for a woman. Okay, she'll take it all and spend it all, because that's what women were supposed to do. They're designed actually to spend. Men were designed to provide. Women were designed to spend within the environment that is set for them. But if you don't have a business, then you'll never be able to provide the resources enough for a woman to have what she needs. Number 3, now you can court. Now you can ask for permission from fathers to court their daughters. Now you can have your eye out. Now you can spread the word. Say that you're looking for a wife. Trust me. Once you've established yourself, you're practicing semen retention, you're honorable, you're trustworthy, you've produced amount of, you know, brand recognition around your name. Like, this guy's special. This guy is doing this guy's doing that. Trust me, there's going to be girls lining up to be with you. And at that moment in time, you can then choose which girl you want to be with. And ask the parents, ask the father. Do it the traditional way. Don't give him money, okay? Like, it's not, the society doesn't work like that anymore. Fortunately, most people are rich enough that that's not needed anymore either. You know, selling your daughters, that's not how it works. But to ask for her hand, there's something special about that, and you should think about that. But that's number 3. That's not number 1. Quick stories. I'm in this Airbnb apartment right now. I'm living here now. I'm going to live here for the next couple of months. I got one guy who told me today, it's been so hard this past few weeks. You know, I've been struggling with the breakup that I've had, and it was the most beautiful moments of my life, and life was so wonderful when she was around, and now she's gone, and oh my gosh. No semen retention going on there. No business going on there. Okay? But he's talking about girls. And then there's another guy who's like, I've been on this one date, and she was amazing. She was amazing. And she loves me too, and we're in love, potentially. And we're gonna go on a second date when I come home, you know? And we've planned that she's coming to my house, so I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen. Practicing semen retention? Not at all. Okay? Having built a business? No. He's got a job that he hates. Okay? Not very good. I have another friend of mine who's saying, you know what? I really like what you're telling me about these different things. I have some girl visiting me next week, and I'm gonna practice semen retention and full ejaculation control and kind of see what's gonna happen there. Horrific idea. Okay? Horrific idea. Why is it a horrific idea? Then watch this video again if you don't know the answer to that one. And do you understand? So, I prioritize wrongly. I prioritize getting married very quickly because that's what I'd been told. That, you know, once I've completed a mission, I was 2 years in Africa, now is the time to get married. 21 years old, get married as soon as freaking possible. And I did, and I started ejaculating a lot with my wife. Okay, I got married at 23, and she got pregnant, and we had 3 kids very quickly. Not the best idea. I love my wife, I love my kids, but man, I do not recommend guys to do that, especially if you don't understand the woman. Okay, get to the level, follow this process that I've mentioned here now. First things first, and you will be able to have the most amazing woman. You'll be able to set up your life in a completely different manner, and we're creating men of high value with beautiful families and beautiful, amazing next generations. But first things first. Okay, you can do this as an 18-year-old, you can do this as a 20-year-old, doesn't matter. Imagine the motivation you'll have if you practice semen retention and you build a business living semen retention and not having women as a distraction. Just think about that. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.